Hey guys, this is Kek or Saya back here with another Almajam video, and in today's video guys, we're going to be talking about a pretty much scrapped feature on Almajam Classic. This was a feature on the game that was scrapped years ago that was pretty much had to do with the adventure mode on the game and a PvP mode, so a player versus player mode that was going to be in the game, and it was going to pretty much have a pretty integral part of adventures on the game pretty much. So if you have known me for a very long time, I've been around since I started making Almajam videos, you would have known I made a video on this on my old channel, but unfortunately that video was taken down because my old channel was deleted. And besides, back when I did actually post this on my original channel, it only got like a couple hundred views, so I figured like it's still something really cool to talk about, and I actually recovered the footage from the original video, so I thought, hey, I can actually make another video on this now. So pretty much that's what we're going to be talking about today. So here on screen right now can see this video pretty much. As you can see here, I'm just viewing it here. So this is obviously, I'm just gonna say now, I do not condone using third-party programs on the game, hacking on the game whatsoever. The person who recorded this footage and sent it to me years ago was doing exactly that. However, all of this is public information and is on the Almajam wiki, I'm pretty sure. And if Almajam really does have a problem with me making a video on it, they have my email, they can contact me about it and I'll take it down. No issue. But pretty much let's see here. So this was pretty much a scrapped version of the adventure base camp here. So as you can see, this is the sale. It's an adventure shop. So as we can see here, there was this currency, this orange crystal, which I do believe we actually go over to Almajam right here. Okay, they don't have the Graham's Workshop on anymore. I believe this currency was actually used in the Graham's Workshop, if I'm not mistaken, or it could have been the orange crystal, the lava crystal from the regular adventures. I'm not too sure. However, this was where the original place PvP arena pretty much. So as you can see here, this would have been like a normal gateway or portal. They would have put here from the adventure base camp. They pretty much would have put the portal here, and then you'd start the adventure from there. But if we go all the way up here, as you can see, the person is taking here the arena. This would have also been, another portal where we could have seen this actually be a PvP arena, I presume anyway. And then there's like Dungeon 2, which I presume would have been a adventure here. And the reason I say that is just because of this little place here, which I do believe, if we go into the normal adventure base camp here, okay, I have to start a tutorial, but that's okay. I do believe there is something like that actually does show up in the adventure base camp where a normal adventure is now. So this could have been like before this actual adventure got released, because this footage is pretty old. It's like from 2017, I want to say. So this is like permanently scrapped. There's like no chance of this actually getting added to the game, the PvP thing. So it does suck, but I thought it was interesting that it was something Almajam did consider, and I'll get more into here in a second what actually it means. Like, how do we know exactly this is a PvP mode? Because arena could mean anything. It could have just mean like a normal adventure as well, but we will get into that in here in a second now, just as I finish that here and I'm in the adventure base camp, so we can talk about this more freely. These were kind of be the portals that would show up, and obviously these statues are appearing in the video as well. And yeah, as you can see, like something like this pretty much showed up there, and I guess these would be kind of referenced as dungeons, because in the original adventures for this game, there wasn't really like, you weren't really invading anything or anything like that. But now here, this specific frame, I'm not going to show too much of this room on Almajam. It's not normally accessible. As you can see, there's like a bunch of quests here. These are pretty much all the adventures in the game, and pretty much Almajam developers have this kind of room that isn't like normally accessible. You can view it on the Almajam wiki. I'm not going to show it here though, because I don't know if Almajam likes that being shown, but they pretty much have like a warp point for every adventure. So once they click this play icon, they can go into the adventure. As you can see here, there is adventure tech, and we can see here combat, and then underneath in blue writing PvP. So that's pretty much what it would have been, player versus player. So you could pretty much go up against another player on the game and fight it out. Now, what does this kind of mean? Like, how would you actually fight another person? There is, I kind of have like my own theories on this, and I actually did voice some of them in this original video here if I can find it. So here, there was another footage here. So this person, Ferris, I don't believe is searchable anymore. Yeah, they're not. But this is pretty much one of another person here that was able to kind of use third-party programs of the game to see how certain items worked in terms of like mechanics, and they actually saw some hidden features and mechanics to the staffs in the game. So pretty much this is after staffs were released in into the diamond shop, I do believe. So he does go to the adventure here, and pretty much what he is able to do here, he's able to like jut it forward like this. It is kind of interesting to see, and apparently according to him, when he told me this a couple years ago, was it would completely heal a teammate when it's like jutted at them. Hidden function that will heal your teammate completely. Now there's a multitude of alpha staffs in the game. Pretty much there's like the normal alpha healing staff, there's the strong alpha staff, basic, all these kind of things, and I think they would all had different purposes. One of them being more like of a defense kind of weapon, like blocking people off, and then one more leaning on the attack side where you're doing damage with it, instead of, you know, something like the healing one where it would just heal your teammates if they are low on damage. And I think also as well with boom seeds, which I don't know if I can see them in here. No, I can't. But I imagine boom seeds probably would have had something to do with it as well. Maybe even chomper plants, if you had to, like, you know, just drop a boom seed on someone or something like that as a kind of partial way of attacking or damaging someone on the game. Or even if you're like defending bases and you're just going at one another, I think chomper plants might, you know, come into play there and could like act as some kind of defense mechanism on the game if it was going to be like that. But back to this here, I do believe I show some other kind of hidden features here. As you can see here, this freeze frame in the video, this is the last part of the video I'm going to talk about. Just like we saw with those staffs here, we see with the bow and arrows as well as the slingshot, where both our items are given out in normal adventures, which it would make sense why they kind of have these kind of animations to them, and probably would have been used for this. Now I know there's like certain animations in the game for gloves especially, as well as like the alpha sword and alpha gauntlets, I believe, when you're attacking something like a barrier in the game. I'll put on screen what I'm talking about right now. I know there's that, and I don't think these show up like that, but it is like very similar to that. I don't think they show up like that in the game, but I do imagine if this PvP mode was a thing, those glove animations that we see normally in the game now probably would have been something in the PvP mode as well, if you did have one of these kind of gloves attached to your animal as well. And a lot of this, you know, it does combine with some other stuff that we kind of been known to see in the past when adventures did first come out into the game and were being beta tested with I believe elf tail armors were renamed to tooltips, something like that, and they actually pretty much showed attack stats and like defense stats to them. I'll put on screen what I'm talking about. This is like very early on in Talon's life, so it's like 2013 2014, only a few years of the game being out. This is when that happened, but I do imagine they planned on having this kind of mode in the game back then and kind of decided against it. I don't know if it was like too hard for them to kind of put together, because I know when it comes to like team versus team modes in a game, having the best internet possible, you know, can give an advantage, and that might have been a worry. Or, you know, maybe it was just too hard to implement into Alamo Jam because it runs on Flash, which is a very limited game engine. Or even they might have just decided against it because they thought it might be too violent. However, I don't know if that's really the case, because you can literally get quote unquote put to sleep in adventures, which is like the equivalent of you know, passing away, although you do get revived. I don't know, it would have been an interesting thing to see, and it's a really cool thing to talk about, I think. Anyway, it's one of the most interesting facts I know about this game that not a lot of people know, that there was going to be PvP mode considered for the game, and it's really cool to, you know, think about and theorize what it kind of would have been like. But yeah, that's pretty much it, and that's pretty much all that was a part of that previous video as well, that I still think is super cool to this day, and I hope you guys did enjoy it and thought it was interesting. I do have like a few other videos kind of like this with other information, you know, that's not really known too much, that I kind of covered on my old channel, but it's no longer up. So if you guys do want to see those videos remade, you know, give me a shout in the comments, and, you know, I'll get on it, because I think these things are super interesting. Some of the most interesting parts of Alamo Jam, that's for sure. Yeah, let's go wrap it up here, guys. Make sure to subscribe with notifications on if you guys do want to be notified on future videos, as well as videos just like this one. Make sure to leave a like if you did enjoy, and let me know what you thought of it in the comments below. What do you guys think about this? What do you guys think it would have been like? Do let me know in the comments. I'm excited to see what you guys think and know all of your thoughts about this. And yeah, with that, I'll catch you guys in the next one.